Thank you very much, folks. That's our 7th anniversary program. Now, next week we'll return Thursday night at 9:30, and I understand L.A. Law will now be seen nightly at 12:30. Wouldn't that be something? Ladies and gentlemen, here now to sing the late night anthem, Welsh superstar Tom Jones. Tom.
There's a cool breeze blowing, you can feel it cross the line. It's clear blue skies and Mars eyes, a place where you can stand. And late night is the reason our forefathers fought with pride. It's surf and fun, a dad and son, a feeling that's deep, deep inside. Then I awake and look around me at the many Nielsen families that surround me, who still don't know about a certain talk show that can fill the hunger in their souls. So change the channel, change your life, it doesn't cost a thing. We're talking loud, standing proud, now join us as we sing. It's a late night world. It's a world that we can share. So turn on your TV and watch it with me. It's a late night world of love. It's a late night world of love.
He is where it's at on the 4th of July. Next on Dave's 5th anniversary show, he welcomes the other king of late night, Jay Leno. See the Superman of late night on E! Next.
We're vibrating, actually shaking like an old washing machine. It's the Late Night with David Letterman 5th anniversary special with Jay Leno, Carol Leifer, Chris Elliott, and Stupid Petrix. Plus, Paul Schaefer with some very special musical guests. And now, my co-host for the past 5 years, David Letterman.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dave Letterman, and welcome to our 5th anniversary special. And wait a minute here. Let me just remind you of something. When we started this program 5 years ago, having your own talk show really meant something, okay? It's a special day here at NBC and a special feeling. I got a telegram this afternoon from Lorne Green, and the message said, "Dear Dave, congratulations on your 35th anniversary." And I thought, gosh, that's awfully special because Anton, thank you. You know, what I'm really looking forward to, of course, we have the big show here, and immediately after the big show, NBC is throwing us a huge party, and what all of us on the staff are going to do, we're going to get really drunk, and then we're going to tell the new guys from GE how we actually feel about them. So that'll be... And now I'll tell you kind of a cute little anecdote that has been inspirational to me over the last 5 years. When we started this show, somebody I know came up to me and they said, "Dave, in all honesty, your new show doesn't have a chance in hell of surviving. First of all, you're not funny. That's a given. That's right off the top. You're not funny. Secondly, you have really goofy-looking teeth. Thirdly, you have the worst toupee in show business." Well, it's 5 years later, and I just want to say to that person, you were wrong, Mom, okay? You're not taking the night off, are you? What a program we've slapped together for you folks here tonight. And begin it tonight, as we do many nights on our regular broadcast, with a top 10 list from the home office in Scottsdale, Arizona. And the category for the top 10 list tonight is Top 10 Ways Our Show Has Changed in the Past 5 Years. The category, once again, for those of you scoring at home, Top 10 Ways the Show Has Changed in the Past 5 Years. Here we go, number 10. Shirts and shoes now required of audience members. Number 9, no more coast-to-coast hookups with Rona Barrett. Number 8, Paul no longer has to moonlight as wrestling referee. And thank God for that, Paul. Number 7, the home viewers no longer need special glasses and cumbersome harness to enjoy show. We like to think that's a real breakthrough. Number 6, misspelling in show logo corrected in '86. That's right. 5, original Dave character played by Dick York. Yeah, I remember that. Well, we're going back now. Number 4, you'll be glad to know this, studio grease fire is largely a thing of the past. Number 3, this is obvious, we ran out of new ideas around '85. Number 2, we now no longer need to resort to cheap tricks to get applause. And number 1, the America's Cup is back in the United States where it belongs. I want to take a second here to mention something quite nice about doing this show 4 nights a week for the last 5 years. We'll be working with Paul Schaefer and the great band he has provided for us. Also, we have had the opportunity and the pleasure to have some of the best musicians from around the world visiting us from time to time on the show. And tonight we have put together quite a special group from those folks who have dropped in. Paul, our good friend Paul Schaefer, will now introduce tonight's band. Paul?
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Howie. I got a big band, so as they say at the bar mitzvahs, please withhold your applause until all. I want to start out with my own guys who play so great every night of the week here on Late Night. Anton Fig on drums, Will Lee, 5-year veteran, Sid McGinnis on guitar. Now, starting off, over on my far left, on horns, we have trumpet Mr. Freddie Hubbard.
Yeah.
On saxophone, the big man, Clarence Clemens.
Yeah.
And on baritone sax, Mr. Grover Washington Jr.
Yep.
In the guest guitar section this evening, Mr. Peter Frampton. Over here, you know him from The Police and his solo nutty things, Mr. Andy Summers on guitar right here. And up here with me in the keyboard section, a couple of my idols. It's a really big thrill for me. From the Rascals, Mr. Felix Cavallari on organ. And the headhunter himself on Fairlight synthesizer, Mr. Herbie Hancock.
Okay.
So we got a little band tonight.
And by the way, nice job holding your applause. So, I think we picked up some time there, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worth it, though.
You know, we think that tonight the show is a mixture of the old and the new. They're more like elves, aren't they, than stagehands? It's a mixture of the old and new for us tonight. The old, of course, is the outdated sprinkler system in this fire trap, and the new, well, that would be brand new products and inventions that we've gathered here to show you folks. Let's take a look now at some of these fascinating and unusual consumer goods we've assembled over the last 5 years. Okay? Sure, let's do that. Thank you very much. Okay. Do you have lots of hungry mouths to feed? Well, of course you do. Well, now you can take a tip from generations and generations of house painters. With an old paint roller and a shallow pan, you'll be making dozens and dozens of sandwiches in just seconds. There we go. Ask for it by name, you'll be glad you did. You know, changing a baby's diapers is a horrible chore, but now here's a way you can make that job a real breeze. All you have to do, convert an old rolling towel machine into a continuous diaper dispenser, just like this. It's the same principle you've seen in gas station restrooms, and believe me, it's every bit as sanitary. Well, I guess for grade schoolers, there's no more humiliating experience than having a younger brother or sister hanging around with you. Now, here's a simple solution to that problem, which makes everybody happy. Kids, come on out here, and we'll show you what we're talking about. It's the Danny DeVito Sibling Disguiser. Philip, thank you very much. And Jocelyn, nice to see you kids today. Why don't you just slip into that, honey, and we'll show the folks how it works. There you go. It turns any child or animal under 4'6" into America's favorite entertainer. Be careful there. Don't let her drop off the stage. Thank you. You know, if you do a lot of entertaining, constant requests to pass the gravy can turn the liveliest dinner party into a mind-numbing nightmare of tedium. The guest-pleasing solution? Well, it's right here. Serve everyone instantly with the gravy sprinkler. Here's how that works. And best of all, there's no sticky gravy boat to clean up afterward. You know, the nice thing about doing a show like this is you get a lot of celebrities, a lot of big important people dropping in to just pay their respects and show you their support for a good time. Anybody like that in the audience tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Caldwell, Idaho, 1984 world champion, all-around cowboy, D. Pickett. D, stand up and take a bow. There he is. Paul and D and I go way, way back. Well, now back to the comedy such as it is. You know, ant farms have always been a priceless introduction to the workings of nature. But staring at those tiny insects can give your youngster a headache. That's why I recommend this lovely and educational dog farm. Yes, there it is. Based on the same principle, it provides hours of fascinating fun and stores easily in a second home or warehouse. Oh, there. They're mighty happy, and some are even dating. Well, we got to do a commercial. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back, folks. Okay, here's a reminder. Stick around. We may not pay the band. Okay. You know, people frequently approach me on the street with the same question. They'll come up to me and they'll say, Geraldo, they'll ask, what would a talk show be if it did not have guests? Well, I tell them quite simply, I guess it would be kind of like the nightly news. and then I have my bodyguards rough them up. But seriously, in the last 8 years, I'm sorry, in the last 5 years, seems like 8. We've had an awful lot of great guests on this show, and we'd like to have you take a look now at what we think are some of the better moments.
You will find out, David, after a few years, this is the only way I can talk with anybody.
Ran Friday.
You ran Friday.
And pulled a groin muscle.
Own?
Action, adventure, fun, good acting in it, simply because of Leno. And so it's going to go through the roof.
Those steroids, by the way, apparently don't affect your ego, do they?
Clean it up.
I want to thank you.
Actually, this is about right.
This happens to be a 35-pound one. I need assistance on this, really.
Oh, you need help lifting your nuts?
Yes, this...
I'll just be in the next room if you need me.
Yeah. Can I ask you one other question? Do you have a...
Sure, I'll go out on a date with him.
You don't happen to have a plate in your head, do you?
I got a full set of china.
Okay, so but what's wrong with the coloring? What rule do we violate here?
Well, it doesn't have any white in it.
Well, neither does the NBA.
You feel that you would like being with me, don't you?
I don't even know you, man.
Well. What exactly do we have here?
What's it look like?
Well, it looks like you in a towel.
Yes.
And the guy with a gun.
Well, I always have 3 pointers, and I hope I don't forget them right now. 1 pointer is, there are 3 of them, they all begin with the same letter. It's a mnemonic device, and I'm trying to recall what they are. And this is certainly an embarrassing moment.
I know what you're talking about. They begin with the letter O.
That's right. It begins with the letter O.
Yeah.
That is correct.
And
one is obey the rules.
Obey the rules.
Right. And the other is letter O, obey the rules.
I had them this afternoon. One is often enter.
Enter often, that is correct.
Yeah, often enter.
And the third one?
Slipped my mind.
You didn't do your homework.
It slipped my mind. What is the third one, Gerard? Organize your material.
That's right.
That's right. Non-selling. One more. Yeah!
With every failure, David, with every failure, my reputation grows. One of these days, you'll see my picture on every postage stamp. One of these days, I'll feudalize the world.
Is that a Ban Lawn shirt?
I never want to go with you.
Now why? Now let's explore this a little. Why? Because you thought I was
An ass.
That's an interesting remark coming from someone who was married to Sonny Bono. Well, now, we have to pause here. We'll continue. Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, these cards I have here in my right hand could mean only one thing. Yes, it's time now for... stupid Petrix, I'm sorry. Remember, this is not a competition. This is only an exhibition. Please, as always, no wagering. Here we go. Is there a Laura Bridges with us tonight? Laura, come on down, if you will, please. Hi, Laura. Nice to see you. How are you?
Fine.
Where are you from, Laura?
Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. Where? I'm sorry?
Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles, California. And this is your dog?
Belle.
Belle. And Belle is terribly despondent, isn't she? What kind of dog is Belle exactly?
She's a border collie.
Uh-huh. And she needs glasses or something? What is the... Belle, it's not that bad, honey. Oh, my. And she just does this all the time?
No, just in public.
Oh, just in public. She's a ball of fire at home, I'm guessing. All right, Laura, what... She drop a contact or something? We'll get it for you. Don't worry, Belle. What will you and Belle do for us tonight, Laura?
Belle hunts imaginary gophers.
Oh. Belle will hunt imaginary gophers.
She brings a gopher with her,
Uh-huh.
puts it at your feet, and watches it.
But not real gophers. Imaginary gophers. Here we go.
Depends on who you're talking to.
Okay. Laura and her dog Belle now hunting imaginary gophers. Take it away, Belle.
Belle, is there a gopher there? Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it! Get that thing!
You know, Laura, you and the dog both need counseling. Let's take a look here at Belle through the miracle of slow motion instant replay. Belle hunting imaginary... Oh, my. Laura, thank you very much for being here. Bye-bye, Belle. Take care, sweetheart. That's sad to see, isn't it? Had her whole life ahead of her, and then... Is there a Claude LaFlette with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Claude, come down and pick up the keys to your new Buick. Hi, Claude.
Hi.
Good to see you. How are you?
Just fine.
Where are you from, Claude?
I'm from Vidor, Texas.
Vidor, Texas. And this is your dog here?
This is my boy, not a dog.
It's not a dog. Okay. Well, I'll play along, sure. And what is your boy's name there?
Brute.
Brute is the what kind of dog is it?
That's a miniature applehead Chihuahua.
An applehead Chihuahua. And they come with those little plastic tongues you can glue right there to the...
No, that's just his trademark. That's not plastic.
What will Brute do for us tonight?
He's going to sing you some bluegrass.
Oh, bluegrass. That'll be nice. Do you need some accompaniment from the...
No, he's a cappella.
A cappella. Okay, Brute now from Vidor, Texas, singing... What's the name of the song we'll hear today?
Ruby.
Ruby. Okay. The Kenny Rogers hit, Ruby?
No, it's an old bluegrass, tune that Lubin Brothers come out with.
All right.
All right, Bruce. Get that mouth ready now, and we're going to go. All right, you ready? Ruby. Come on, sing them some Ruby. Real high. Ruby. Come on up there. They're watching. Ruby.
You know, I think what's happened, I think the Gophers have spooked him.
He's got to get his mouth ready.
Okay.
All right, come on. Ruby. Real high. 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 Real high. You can get higher than that. Now get real high. Real high. Get that high. Now you're doing it. Real high. That's a boy. You done it good then.
What exactly are you doing with your hand here? When
you gonna laugh at Dave? Smile at Dave like he smiles.
Hi, Brute.
Smile at Dave.
With a lovely smile. That'll melt a heart. Okay, let's take a look now at Brute here singing in slow motion instant replay. Oh, okay, there we go. Yep. And oh, beautiful. Well, thank you very much for being here. Take care of Brute. Bye-bye. All right, we have time for one more tonight. Is John Flowers with us? John, come on out, sir, and say hello to the folks. Hi, John. Nice to see you. How are you? Where are you from, John?
Detroit.
Detroit. Nice to have you here. And this is a looking dog. What kind is he?
It's called a Bouvier de Flanders.
Bouvier de Flanders. Is that a rare breed?
European cattle dog. No, they're not rare.
A European cattle dog, you say?
Right.
Okay, so this is a working dog,
yes.
Essentially. Hi. And what is his name?
Caesar.
Caesar. Hi, Caesar. How are you doing? So he's not goofy like that other dog with the... This is a well-adjusted animal. Okay, what are you and Caesar going to do tonight, John?
He's going to balance on these rods.
The dog will actually balance himself on the rods.
Yes.
And I get to hold one of these?
I hope.
All right, Anton, I think we may need a drum roll here. All right. Do you mind if I help? I guess I have to help, don't I?
Would you? Yeah.
How much does that dog weigh, John?
About 93 pounds.
93-pound dog?
Come on, babe. Let's go. Get up.
Here we go, Anton.
Let's go. Good boy.
Come on. Oh! We're going to try it again? All right. This is a much thinner rod, isn't it? This is about 1/4 of an inch.
Yes.
All right. 93-pound dog.
Back, babe.
Come on.
Come on.
Whoa! Thank you very much, John. Nice going, Caesar. There it is in slow motion instant replay. What a doggy. Yeah! Very nicely done. We got to go away here for a commercial. We'll be right back. Come on back and join us. Yes, yes. With that band, it feels like we ought to be raising money for something here tonight. This next gentleman has been a regular on our program for the last 5 years, and the man certainly well deserves the accolades being thrown his way now. He's starring in TV specials, motion pictures, and even his very own tortilla chip commercial, which I know has been a lifelong dream for him and his family. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of our favorites, Jay Leno.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Coming in on the plane there, you pick up a bunch of magazines at the airport, and I pick up the new issue of Playboy magazine. I'm sorry. I'm too old for this, really. This is a magazine written for guys 18 to 25. I think once most guys hit 30, you see through the more obvious tricks Playboy uses to keep men interested in the magazine. Like in the front of Playboy, I have this thing where they have pictures of 4 or 5 playmates, and they ask each playmate a question, and of course, each woman answers in her own words. Like last month's question was, what kind of men do you like? Now here you have these incredibly attractive women. They could go out with anybody they want. They always give some Playboy answer like, well, I like dumb guys with no money. See, my favorite issue of Playboy is the fabulous holiday issue. This is one that has all those great Playboy gift items, huh? Come on, what single woman isn't impressed when she goes to a guy's apartment? He's got one of those 3-foot chrome shoehorns by Swank. I used to believe this stuff. 19 years old, my freshman year in college, absolutely true. I sent away $14.95 for the Playboy electric swizzle stick. You know what this is? Electric drink mixer, 2 D-sized batteries, have a propeller on the end. You put it in a woman's drink, free, mix her drink. I figured women would be real impressed with this, I figured I'd walk in a party, women would go, oh, what's that, a Playboy swizzle stick? All right, pal. The Penthouse letters, do you ever read these? See, the Penthouse letters are based on the assumption that any woman whose car breaks down on a deserted highway in the middle of the night is looking to have sex. And if you believe this, then of course the truck driver who stops to help her with a can of Ready Whip, this makes perfect sense. See, my favorite Penthouse letters are the ones written by women, because women didn't write them. Some dork-brained guy wrote this. You can tell by the way it's written a woman didn't write it. Your typical Penthouse letter is always like, Dear Penthouse, I'm an attractive woman, and then she gives her measurements, as most women do when writing a letter, huh? And should you have pouting breasts or supple buttocks, you want to put that in the letter as well. See, I'm always amazed at how willingly the women in the Penthouse letters are to accept whatever sexual punishment destiny deems necessary. Again, your typical ledge letter is always like, Dear Penthouse, I'm an attractive woman who's an avid feminist and president of my local ERA chapter. Recently, my boss asked me to get him coffee. When I refused, he took me over his knee and gave me a sound spanking. Needless to say, I became his love slave. Needless to say! Pretty common office practice, isn't it? See, Playboy, Penthouse, these are like the pinnacle of men's magazines. I always like to move along that journalistic food chain. You get down to that next level of men's magazine. Not quite as sophisticated. Nugget, Beaver, Jug, Swank. Not as many interviews with Bishop Tutu in these particular magazines. It's interesting. You look at the women in Playboy and Penthouse, and their skin has that luster, that sheen. It glows. You look at these cheap men's magazines. Gee, the women have like tire marks across them. One pupil is bigger than the other. And they all seem to have that look on their face like, can I have my money now? Do you have my $100? Actually, my favorite are the macho men's magazines like Argosy or True Men's Adventure. You ever see True Men's Adventure? They always have depicted on the cover such actual true adventures as U.S. Marines fighting Nazi women in metal bras and panties with machine guns. I think we all remember that battle, huh? Big turning point in the war. A bunch of ragtag Marines against Hitler's elite D-Cup squad, boy. How about Playgirl? Is there many women read this? I tell you, something? I think all men should look at Playgirl at least once, really. I don't know, at least I didn't think this, You don't really realize how silly the women in Playboy and Penthouse look to other women until you see these guys in Playgirl. Because it really is the same magazine. Same kind of shots. They try to show the men in natural settings. Here's Bob working on his dragster nude. never see Bob. You never see Bob bending over that exhaust manifold. Oh, okay. It's another big childless summer for Bob. Hey, thanks. You've been great. Dave.
Jerry Leno, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Back to the show. Well, I guess it had to happen sooner or later. Ladies and gentlemen, Larry Bud Melman.
Doesn't Paul and the orchestra sound wonderful? And sound is important to television, and nowhere more important than morning television. The nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Sound Editing for a morning program are Alex Samaglia from The Today Show, Jeffrey Schloss from Good Morning America, and Thomas Pavlik from Card Sharks.
Larry, what about the CBS morning program?
Gee, I don't know. I haven't seen that one. I don't think anyone has. Just give me the envelope. Oh, I'm so nervous. I wonder who it was. Jeffrey Schloss, Good Morning America.
Nicely done. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'd like to thank all the great people who work on Good Morning America, and I'd like to say a special thanks to my family, and especially my son Roy, who always gives me such great support. I guess this makes sitting through this special worthwhile.
Okay, thank you very much. Congratulations, Jeffrey. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Larry, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. Well, that certainly was a moment, wasn't it? You know, an entertainer's life can become one of luxurious isolation, cut off from the day-to-day cares of ordinary people, and naturally, I hope this happens to me as soon as possible. But in the meantime, I still have to do things like answer viewer mail letters, and here's one we received last summer. Dear David begins, what's the deal with the sneakers? I doubt Murrant would host their shows wearing high tops. And it's signed, a concerned about your image, Colleen Boyle. Well, we decided that this letter should be answered in person. And this is what we found when we drove out to visit Colleen Boyle's home. I think this is the house right here. And they have a television antenna. There's the name out front. Let's go on up and see if Colleen is home. Actually, they have a bell. Well, that's good. Let me just ring the bell here. Doesn't appear that anyone's home. What is your name?
Neil Boyle.
You're Colleen's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. She wrote me this letter, and Fridays I do what I can to go around and answer most of my correspondence. And I wanted to talk to her about the letter. Do you have any idea where we could get a hold of her? Does she work around here?
She works at Sears in Hicksville.
Well, we're going to try and go over there and talk with her in person, but as long as we're here and you're here, could you show us around the place and maybe show us some of your sister's stuff?
What, her closet?
Yeah, take a look in her closet, that kind of thing. You go through his checkbook and her purse? Yeah, I'll just deposit. Okay, let's go. Very nice. This is where Colleen spends most of her time when she's at home?
Yep.
All right, and here's her bed and some socks. Tiny little feet, huh?
Yeah.
Neil, some of the crew need to know where you keep the paper towels downstairs.
Oh, the paper towels? They're hanging on the wall.
They should be in the kitchen?
Yeah.
They should be on the wall in the kitchen. You like eggs?
What? Yeah, they cooking eggs?
Yeah, we're
all right.
Let's take a look at her footwear. A lot of high-heeled shoes, a lot of dress shoes. Now, there's a pair of running shoes. Yep. Loafers. Okay, boys, load it up. This is Sears in Hicksville. Hi. Are you Colleen? Are you Colleen Boyle?
Yes.
Did you write this letter, Colleen? So what's the deal with the sneakers? I don't think New York or Bryant would host their shows wearing high tops. Colleen Boyle. Colleen, let's stop. Here. We have this little gift for you here. This is for you. This is for the yard. We were over at your house. It's a bug that. Just a minute here. Now, Colleen, what we wanted to...
Yes.
Well, we wanted to talk to you about this. It says right here, you're concerned about my image. Do me a favor, stop making that annoying noise. Come here. It's the shoes, isn't it? It's these shoes, right? Well, what would you suggest?
Penny loafers.
Penny loafers. Is there a shoe department here? Let's go get some shoes. Excuse me. Do you know anything about jewelry?
Just a little.
Do you mind taking over for a second?
Oh, no problem.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, here we go. What is that noise? What are you doing there?
That's my laugh.
Oh, your brother doesn't laugh like that. Neil doesn't have one of those.
You really went to my house.
By the way, did we untie Neil? You have a lovely room. Do you have a nice room?
You didn't go in my room.
We were in your room. Ask me a question about your room.
You didn't go in and see my...
Listen, this guy right here was sitting on your bed. Ooh. Change the sheet. We need a pair of shoes. Let's pick out a pair of shoes. What do you think? Just find a pair of shoes. Would those be all right here? No, we'd like a pair of these.
Yeah, that's yours.
Okay.
Bag?
Yes, please put these in a bag. Sure. So you want to go have lunch or anything? Needs a towel. What do you think, Colleen? It's the perfect ending to a perfect day, isn't it? Are you having a nice time?
Yeah.
The satisfaction of a job well done, right, boys?
Yes, sir.
Bring me one of them towels, George.
Yes, sir.
Big thirsty bath towel.
Movies, TV, music videos. Ever stop to think what goes into this stuff? A new Bond meets some country.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, folks. Paul, the band, and myself will be coming to your hometown soon, so watch MTV for those tour dates. Now, you know, we have done over 800 programs now, and to fill that kind of airtime with wholesome family entertainment takes a lot of hard work, and that's why we chose instead to kill time with a lot of easy sight gags and cheap stunts. Here now are a few of those golden moments that we've slapped together for you on videotape. Ladies and gentlemen, Zippy and the Late Night Monkey Cam. Zippy, come on out here, buddy. gas? Do you have like twilight sleep or nitrous oxide or sodium phenethol or anything?
Nothing at all. I'm sorry about that.
Has anyone died in the chair during this procedure?
Nothing at all. Just
Oh, jeez! What are you butcher? Oh, relax, no. Just relax. Okay. Hal, excuse me, Hal, is there a problem? President Ferdinand Marcos and his wife... Imelda... Okay, give me a second. I want to check this out and see what's going on in the control room. Just take a second. Oh, here's the deal. I completely got it. Look, it's Wednesday night. Wednesday night is dog night here in the control room. I'm terribly sorry for being so impatient. You're doing a wonderful job. That's great. So this is the General Electric building, and, you know, I have a little gift, and we thought, what the heck, let's just drop in and, you know, say hello, just see how it's going, and, you know, they can't object to that, can they? Just go on in. I'll just go on in and see what happens. Hi, how are you? I'm Dave Letterman. Nice to meet you. What is your name?
I'm going to ask you to turn the cameras off, please.
Okay, we just wanted to drop off this basket of fruit.
Okay. Would you cut the cameras, please?
It's a gesture of goodwill.
Will you cut the cameras, please?
You have to talk to the director right over there, Mr. Gurney. Director, a gesture of goodwill. We're all working together now. We're all fellow employees.
Be close together and look fused.
One second. You know, I think my hand is falling asleep here. Yeah, look at that. Boy, that's nothing. I don't feel a thing.
May I try?
Oh, sure. No. Try the cup. No, I just kind of smell the hair burning a little, but I don't feel anything. Nope. I think it must be asleep.
I have a drill press at home. We could try that.
Oh, no, I don't want to put you to that kind of trouble. Really, you've done your best. Why don't you just take off? Thank you anyway. Maybe I need some sleep or something. Bye-bye. Oh, wait a minute. There. Thanks. Okay. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, another late night first. Late night Tiger Cam. Turn him loose, boys. Oh, my.
He said, dear Mom, Dad is a wonderful person, and he cooks wonderful meals, and I love his singing when he sings the lullaby. What are you erasing?
Your singing part.
Do me a favor. Get into the fountain.
Get into it?
Come on, get in. If you get fired, I'll get you a job, honest. Just stand in the fountain. Come on over and just stand in there. Come on. All right. Now put the phone down, for God's sakes. All right, now just get in. Come on. Yeah! Okay, just wash up and go on home, Dave. I have a feeling you're through. Sir is?
Jess Gonzalez.
Jess Gonzalez, and you are Fat Boy.
Right. 60-some-odd years.
Do you find that on the freeways people tend to stay away from a guy driving a car with a license plate that says Fat Boy, or are they attracted to that?
They go by there and then you say, yeah, he is fat, you know.
That must give you an extra sense of pride when you're out there on the highway.
They go by, just go like that to him. I says, yeah, so what? You know, don't bother me.
And you are Fat Guy. Oh, that's good. Mike, have you been driving around Southern California? Have you ever seen any other fat license plates?
No, I haven't. No.
None whatsoever?
None whatsoever.
As far as you know, you may be the only fat license plate in L.A.?
In L.A., yes.
Okay. We have a surprise for you. Jess, back it on in here. Pretty exciting. Mike McGarvey, Fat Guy. Jess Gonzalez, Fat Boy.
We get applause here for a commercial. We'll be right back.
rehearsed. Thank you, folks. Welcome back to our 5th anniversary television program. Coming up now, we're going to see a lovely comedian, Carol Leifer, and also we have plenty of videotape highlights from the first. Gee, Chris, it's terrific to see you, and thank you very much for the flowers and the lovely bottle of champagne. I certainly appreciate that. That's very
those
nice.
belong to me, Dave. That's
that's all right.
Robert C. Wright gave these to me out in the hallway.
Oh, is that right? He gave you that stuff.
Well, see, I'm celebrating 5 years here at NBC, and I guess Robert C. Wright just thought I deserved it, so he gave it to me.
Well, you know, we're all celebrating 5 years here on Late Night.
I happen to bring a little retrospective of my 5 years here at NBC, just kind of a compilation of the shows I've been going from one studio to another, showing it to them. I thought it might perk up your little show here if you wanted to take a look at it.
Well, what kept you? Okay, so what we're going to see here now is a compilation of your work on Late Night.
No, it's a compilation of my work here at NBC.
All right.
I think if you look closely, you might recognize a young David Letterman in some of the...
Yeah.
Why don't you take a look at it?
Okay, great. So let's take a look now at the Chris Elliott retrospective.
So I picked myself up, brushed myself off, and I said no. Either I do live at 5 or I walk. Yes.
We seem to have a little problem here. Yeah. Maybe Daisy and I can straighten things out.
Up against the wall. Let's go. Up against the wall. Let's go. Oh, my God.
Jacqueline Smith, Ken Howard, Angela Lansbury, Michael Nuri, and special guest star, Teen Beat's Hunk of the Month, Chris Elliott.
Good to see you, Chris.
Good to be here, David.
Yeah, you look great.
Well, actually, I'm a little tired, to be honest with you. I don't know.
I got one.
Okay, hold on there, buddy. Let me give you a hand. Hold on there. Oh, boy, that's a big one.
Yeah, he's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's about a 25-pounder. Hold on there. Okay, you got to treat her like a woman. Yank her, crank her, but don't stay around to think, all right? Okay, hold on. You're doing just fine. You know, you've really got the build for fishing. Oh, that's all right. I'll just help you out.
I think I have it now.
No, that's okay.
Get off! Just have him turn around. And the kid's about a... There he is.
Quiet. The gulls mark the spot. She's close. She's very close.
Stop it! Stop it, thing!
A long, hot summer. Sunday.
Hey, Matt, you look kind of weird. Hey, what are you doing with that hammer? Come on, put that hammer down. Matt, this is me. It's Chris. It's not the fugitive guy. This is reality. Matt, stop!
That was great. Chris, thank you very much, sir. That was just terrific. Chris Elliott, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think I'll get out of here.
Yeah. You did?
Thank you.
Okay.
Look, congratulations. 1 year. That's terrific.
No,
I'm really happy. See you later.
Thank you. Chris Elliott. We'll be right back, folks. Right back.